Hi, my name is Hart, Natural Physio, and in this session we're going to be stretching one side of the body whilst keeping the other side active. And the reason that we do that is because the active side will act as the stabiliser, which will release the other side to be able to stretch optimally. If you enjoy the session, please remember to subscribe and to click like. We're going to start on the mat, on the floor, on our backs. So just stretching out. First of all, we're going to find a nice neutral position, so make sure that you're evenly weighted right to left and you're even through your touch points, so your heels, your bum and your shoulders. When you come to your shoulders, just squeeze your shoulder blades together and squash your chin down. And then we're going to take some nice deep breaths. So deep breath in, allow your chest to lift up. And then as you breathe out, just flattening your back off into the mat. Should feel as if the floor or the mat has your back. And just allowing yourself to relax, taking a couple of minutes just for you. And then bring that left knee to your chest. So we're going to be stretching the left side and keeping the right side active. So to activate the right, just point your toes to the ceiling, push your heel to the opposite wall and squash the floor down with the back of your knee. And that means that we can concentrate on stretching the left. So take a nice deep breath in, hold for 2, and then as you breathe out, just allow that knee to come to your chest. As usual, we're just stretching to a place that's comfortably uncomfortable for you. Don't go into any pain. Just take a second to think about your shoulders, make sure they're squeezed together, your chin squashed down, and your knee is pointing straight up at the ceiling. And take your hands, clasp them together behind the back of your left thigh and straighten your left leg up into the air. We're going to stretch our hamstrings. Take a second to think about that right leg, make sure it's active. Check your shoulder position and your chin. And then as you breathe in, you're going to push the back of the thigh into the hands. And as you breathe out, push the heel to the ceiling. Then relax, bring the knee back to the chest. Just check all your positionings. And then take a couple of deep breaths. Again, just allowing that knee to come to you on the exhalation. I'm going to take the right arm and reach the right arm out to the side. Keep that right side active, push out through the middle finger. And then on the left we're going to do your version of Happy Baby. So you can reach behind the back of the thigh, mid-shin, or if you can manage it, the outside of your left foot. And then this time as you breathe in, just draw the breath along the arm and hold in the centre of the chest. And then as you breathe out, you're breathing into the back of the left thigh. Allow gravity then to bring the knee down beside the chest. And then relax, draw the knee back to the chest. Again, a couple of deep breaths here. I'm just checking that my right side's still active. Shoulders are squeezed and the chin squashed down. Just flattening off the back as I breathe out. Then bend the right knee and plant the right foot on the floor. So we're going to ground that right foot to keep the right leg side active. So feeling the ground with all four corners of the foot. foot, and then just pushing down enough with the sole of the foot to resist the ground coming back at you. And that's what we're going to call grounding the foot. And then cross the left ankle over the top of the right knee. Extend the right arm above your head. I'm just going to shuffle that in a second. And then the left palm of the left hand comes to the inside of the right leg. And as you breathe in, draw that breath to the centre of the chest. And as you breathe out, I want you to push up through the right finger, the right middle finger, and push down through the palm of the left hand. Just trying to get a little bit of separation on the ball and socket joint of the left hip. Then relax the arms. We're going to stretch the right glutes. So you've got three choices here. You can stay in this position. You can take your hands, grab them together behind the back of the right thigh and draw the right thigh towards you. Or finally you can stretch that right leg up in the air. Pick the one that works best for you. We're going to use our breath again. Take a deep breath in, hold for 2, and then as you breathe out, just breathing into that left glute, just seeing if you can get it to give. Just really give yourself to this stretch. You can play with the position of that right leg, bring it to you to deepen the stretch, or let it out a little bit to take the stretch off. Then relax, reground the right foot, and then move both your arms out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and just stretch enough to create some tension across your chest. And then you're going to let that right leg fall out to the side. And then this time, take a deep breath in, drawing the breath through both middle fingers to the centre of the chest. Hold for 2. And then as you breathe out, breathe from the left shoulder, down the side, into the hip, along the thigh and out through the knee. See if you can get a wave of relaxation to follow the breath. Then unwind, and we're going to stretch out into the starting position. You might now feel that your left leg feels slightly longer or your left hip feels slightly looser than the right. And again, just recenter yourself on the mat so that you're equally weighted right to left, and you've got equal weight through your heels, your bum and your shoulders. And then when you come to your shoulders, just squeeze your shoulder blades together and squash your chin down. Then we're going to take the right knee to the chest, and this time we're stretching the right side, so we're going to keep the left side active. So on the left, point your toes to the ceiling, push your heels to the opposite wall and squash them back down with the back of your knee. And we're going to take some nice deep breaths. So deep breath in, hold for 2, and then as you breathe out, just flattening the back off into the mat and allowing the knee to come to the chest. So the more active you can keep that left side, the more stretch you'll be able to get on the right, on the breath out. Then reaching behind the back of your right thigh and stretching your right leg up into the air. Just check your left leg is active, that your shoulder blades are squeezed and your chin squashed down. And then as you breathe in, you're going to push the back of the thigh into the hands, and as you breathe out, push the heel to the ceiling. And then draw the knee back to the chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here, all the time checking that left side's active. And check your shoulder and your chin position. Then push your left arm out to the side, pushing out through that middle finger. Keep that left side active. And then your version of happy baby on the right, so that will be behind your thigh, your shin, the outside of your right foot. And then take a nice deep breath in, draw that breath through the middle finger, along the arm to the centre of the chest. Hold for 2, and then as you breathe out, breathe into the back of the right thigh and just allow gravity to bring your knee down beside your chest. And relax and bring that knee back to the chest. Again, a couple of deep breaths. We're going to ground that left foot. So bend the knee, plant the left foot on the floor. Feeling the ground with all 4 corners of the foot, and then just pushing down enough through the sole of the foot to resist the ground coming back at you. Just make sure that your left knee is pointing straight up at the ceiling and not pulling out to the side. And then cross your right ankle across the top of your left knee. Extend the left arm above your head. The palm of the right hand comes to the inside of the knee. And then take a nice deep breath in. Hold that breath in the centre of the chest. And then as you breathe out, you're going to push up through the middle finger and push down through the palm of the right hand. You can play with the position of that right hand, which will give you more or less gapping at the hip. And relax. We're going to stretch the right glutes, and we've got the same 3 choices as before. You can stay in this position, you can reach behind the back of the left thigh and bring the left thigh to you, or finally you can straighten that left leg, whichever works best for you. I always take a minute here just to make sure that I'm keeping my chin squashed down and my shoulder blades squeezed, and then take a nice deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, just really breathing into that right glute. You can use your elbow here against the inside of your right thigh, which will give you a little bit more stretch. And then relax and re-ground that left foot. Stretch the arms out to the side, reach out through the middle fingers and squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then let that left leg fall out to the side. Try and keep your shoulder blades on the mat, and then take a nice deep breath in, hold for 2, and then breathing out from the right shoulder, down the side, into the hip, along the thigh, and out through the knee. Seeing if you can really sink into this stretch. So really give your weight to the floor. Relax that lower leg too. And unwind and come back to the centre and stretch out into the starting position. You should now feel like both sides feel loose over the front of the hip. And then just recenter yourself on the mat. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Out. And then draw your knees to your chest. This is my favourite bit, a bit of free physio, so just roll from side to side. Let the ground massage your low back. You might want to do some more circles with your knees. Make sure you change direction. And then I'm going to move into your version of Happy Baby with both sides. So that can be behind the thigh, mid shin, or the outside of your feet. And then just take a couple of deep breaths. So deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, breathing into the back of both thighs, flattening the back off into the mat, and just allowing those knees to come down beside your chest. And let go of the outside of your feet, cross your ankles and re-grab the outside of your feet, and then we're just going to rock and roll up into sitting position. Hope you've enjoyed the session, hope to see you again soon. Remember to click like and hit subscribe before you go.